Hi everybody, welcome back. I took an email survey recently from my email list and asked people what was the one thing that you were struggling the most with. And there were three top answers. The first one was how to get more clients. The second one was downward pricing pressure. And the third one was time management. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the downward pricing pressure aspect. A lot of people are feeling the pressure of low-cost design sites like Fiverr and UPWORK and 99 Designs. How do you deal with, as a creative professional, sites that offer, work that is incredibly low priced? How do you compete with that? For the most part, what these sites compete on is price. They try to hook in someone who needs some design work on an incredibly low price, and then the designer who connects with them might try to upsell them a little bit. But still, on the whole, it has this incredibly detrimental effect to people with a lot of experience and who offer a higher level of design. So how do you compete with that? These sites are generally low price based. So you could try to compete on price, but competing on price is a massive race to the bottom. It's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to compete on price. There are very few companies, if you think about it, who actually make, a great business out of competing on price. There are companies like Walmart or H&M, or Costco or Sam's Club. These kind of companies have to do a massive amount of volume of business because their profit margins are so slim on what they do. So they become profitable by selling a tremendous amount of stuff. But as a designer, that's very difficult to do. So competing on price is a race to the bottom. So what do people get when they go to Fiverr? Well, for the most part, the clients who use Fiverr are getting a cheap design. They're getting a design for $50, and that's all they really care about. What's more important and what we have to pay attention to as creative professionals is what they're not getting on Fiverr. And what people aren't getting is they're not getting any kind of assurance that the work they're getting has not been plagiarized or pulled from some clip art site or some logo book. They don't have any insurance that the work is original. They also don't get any kind of business partnership from the designer. The designer doesn't invest any time in learning about their business, the category, their competitive set, in order to offer true strategic design work that's going to perform at a different level. They also don't get any kind of business insights. They don't get any kind of competitive set insights. They don't get any consumer insights. They don't get someone who's really digging into and trying to understand their business and their category. They don't get any kind of brand guardianship. So someone who's going to learn about their business and accumulate knowledge about their brand, so they're delivering brand and design work that's on brand for this particular company or client. And long term, it's very difficult to maintain relationships with clients that you get through these sorts of low-cost design sites because the sites try to keep you separate from connecting directly with the client over the long term, because then if you do that, they end up losing business. So what we have to offer to compete with these low-cost design sites is exactly what they don't offer. Now, let me say, first of all, you have to make sure as a ground rule that your creative work, whatever that is, video, illustration, design, whatever your creative output is, you have to make sure that's the absolute best quality, that your work is awesome. It's got to be worthy of a higher price, okay? That goes without saying. Second of all, and this may be hard for some people to hear, is that you can't just focus on design anymore. You have to offer some sort of added value. And that added value is exactly what some of those things that I just talked about. Things like business knowledge in a particular category of business, whether that's fitness centers or cruise lines or architecture, it doesn't matter. The ability to offer some sort of understanding and ability to gather consumer insights. So what motivates consumers to buy or engage with a brand in some sort of way? Another thing you can offer is some sort of competitive insight. So the ability to look at a brand or a company's competitive set and offer them a view of that landscape and how they can compete within that landscape. You can offer additional services like strategy or photography or illustration or video, social media marketing, or content development or advertising development, Facebook, Google AdWords, some sort of coding or app development. Whatever it is, you want to try to be a little more fuller service than just design. You don't want to be a generalist. You don't want to say you do absolutely everything, but you want to add a level of value that can really differentiate you from people on those sorts of sites. You have to strive to be as much of a true business partner to your clients as possible. You want to develop and nurture deeper relationships, deeper levels of communication that are going to enable you to offer them what they need to make their business successful. So you need to ask yourself, what is your added value? What are you bringing to the table in addition to design? Is it strategy? Is it consumer insight knowledge? Is it innovation? Do you have some sort of technological knowledge or technical innovation that you can bring to the table? Do you have some sort of knowledge in advertising or social media marketing or content development? Do you have a network of partners that you can draw on and that are going to make working with you easier because you can pull in specific subject matter experts to address any need that the client has, making their life easier? Do you have some sort of, process skills? Do you have some sort of organizational skills? What is that added value that you can bring to the table for the client? You need to think about what it is besides your design or creative development that you can do or that you can learn that can take you above and beyond what low-cost design sites are offering. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to compete with low-cost design sites. And if you did, please hit subscribe below so you can see my videos when they come out. And from Verhaal Brand Design, my strategic branding and design agency, thank you so much for watching. And if you need help building your brand strategy, your brand design, or your career, please reach out to me at philipvandusen.com and let's talk about what I can do to help you reach your business and professional goals. And with that, thanks again for watching, and bye for now.